Alright, well let's do a drawing where we bring together all that we've learned here with line, with basic shapes, and with light and shade. And what I want to do here is actually just start a drawing of just a sort of a portrait of somebody that's a little bit cartoonish, so it's kind of simple. So I'm just going to start out with some of my basic shapes. First I want to sort of decide where I want this on the paper. And I'll start out with kind of an oval for the head here, sort of wider towards the top and gets thinner towards the bottom. And then for the neck, I'm going to just sort of have my, almost like a square right underneath there. Some small oval shapes for the ears here. And let's see, I'll find here, actually divide up my face here vertically and horizontally, so I kind of know where I want to place my eyes, and this will tell me where I want to place some of my features and things like that. For my shoulders here, I'm going to actually create kind of like a polygon shape here, but I'm going to put it behind this square right here. So I'm going to overlap that a little bit. Create some nice circles for the eyes here. For my hair, I'll do kind of some of those polygon shapes. And then just kind of a real light triangle for where the nose is, and just a small line for where the lips are, and also some sort of some half circles for where the eyebrows would be. Before I go in there and say finish some of these forms with some heavier line work, I'm actually going to get a sense of where I would want the shadows to be. So again, I'll imagine that my light source is coming here from the upper right, and assume that, say, I would have a shadow over here on this side, a shadow on this side of the neck down here, and then that I would have a cast shadow that kind of might come off the bottom of the oval of the head there, and then also down across the shoulders. So this neck here would create a shadow on the shoulders here, and there would be a little cast shadow on the neck from the head here. And if we remember, this area here would be our core shadow, this would be our core shadow, and these areas here would actually be considered our cast shadow. So now what I'll do is I'll go ahead and fill those in evenly. I'm still keeping my line work pretty light here, because I know when I finish it I'm going to want to make some heavier marks, and so I don't want it to be too heavy at first. And if I wanted this video to be longer, I'd take more time with that shadow, but it's a little redundant to keep doing that. So now I'll go in and just sort of quickly darken some of these lines and give each part of this maybe some detail and a little bit more specificity as I'm drawing it. So I'll give the hair some more hair-like qualities as I move over that basic shape again and kind of finalize it. Maybe give him some stray hairs here that kind of fall down on his forehead. Darken these eyebrows. I'll give the eyes some more detail here. Show the sort of little folds that you see above and below people's eyes when you look at them. And then if you notice here, I use this triangle for the shape of the nose, but actually you don't really see these lines up here at the top of that triangle. You really just, when you look at someone's nose, you actually just really see the lower parts of the nostrils there. So I'm just going to put a little shadow towards the bottom and actually erase that top part there. Each one of these parts and being able to finish them is kind of a course in itself. So just do the best you can, and it's okay to look at things that you see, at other drawings that you see, and sort of borrow sort of how you see them finish things with their drawings, with each of their features. So now I'm just sort of going in here. There's a little shadow underneath the lips there. And there's going to be that upper lip. I'll put that in, and there'll be some shadow on the upper lip there. Alright, and to finish this up, I'll just erase some of those lines that I put in there to sort of build the drawing. And they're easy to erase because I kept them loose and I kept them light. And that's how we would take a drawing to more of a finish, by starting out with those light, loose lines, the basic shapes, thinking about where the shadows would fall and how those shadows work in relation to where the light is coming from. And then darkening our lines a little bit and giving each feature some more personality, and finishing it up with some of the darker lines.